Okay, so here's 5 things that I've manifested into my life that I regret manifesting. So number one, manifesting a trip to the Maldives. Okay, so basically what I was doing was visualizing myself being in the Maldives on the beach, by the ocean. There's the birds and nature and the wind, and I just felt the feelings of being in the Maldives. It was about 2 years later after visualizing this, I was actually in the Maldives. I actually manifested this into my life. Now here's the thing. When I was visualizing it, all I did was visualize myself within the Maldives. I didn't visualize myself being happy. I didn't visualize myself being healthy. The thing is, I got to the manifestation and I was in a toxic relationship at the time. My health wasn't doing so well at the time, so I didn't actually enjoy the trip. It was an amazing thing to be able to accomplish that and achieve that goal and manifest that goal, but at the same time, I didn't have my health. I was in a toxic relationship. I didn't feel good about being there 100%. I enjoyed myself so, but it wasn't to the point where I could have really relaxed and enjoyed myself to the point that I could have. So the moral of the story is, when you are manifesting, be sure to manifest with the intention of you being happy and fulfilled within what it is that you're manifesting. Nowadays, I don't even use manifesting. I don't even use the law of attraction. What I do is I work with God's goals. I work with things that are truly aligned with me, things that are truly aligned with my heart, because that particular manifestation came from my head and my ego and what my ego wanted. So the second thing that I regret manifesting and will never do again is manifesting an ex back. So I see a lot of people on social media, or on YouTube specifically, with techniques and strategies on how to manifest an ex back. This is something I don't recommend doing, specifically because of what I've been through with it. I had a breakup in a relationship, and after some time, I wanted to get back with her, and I couldn't stop thinking about this particular person. And so as I was driving to work, I was listening to music to evoke emotion and the feeling, and I was visualizing myself back with her. Lo and behold, about a month later, she had came back into my life. I just happened to be in the same place at the same time as her, and we got reconnected. And there was a lot of weird energy between us at that point, and it didn't go well. And after that, we just never spoke again. Prior to that, we were friends and it was cool. After that, we were no longer friends, and she basically left my life completely. What I learned from this experience is that you need to do the healing. You need to let go of what you had and realize that when one door closes, another door opens. We get fixated on one specific person, and we get attached to one specific person and the way it was in the beginning and all of these kinds of things. We get so attached to these things, and we create unhealthy attachment styles in our relationships. And there's a book called Attached, which I highly recommend that you check out. And this is basically what happened to me. I had a breakup. I was feeling pain. I wasn't dealing with the pain. I felt like just getting back with this person would heal me and make me feel better. And that's what a lot of people tend to do. And they can't deal with the pain and the emotions that they have, and dealing with them, overcoming them, and then creating the new self, growing out of the relationship, and then being okay with being alone, and then getting into something else, or a new relationship if you decide to do so. And so that's basically what I learned from that experience. And so this is something that I don't recommend doing. You broke up for a reason, and you shouldn't be getting back together unless both of you are in a healthy space to do so. Both of you are coming back together from something healthy. Even saying that, when there's a breakup, there's a reason for it, and most of the time, you're not meant to get back together. That's just my opinion. The third thing that I regret manifesting into my life and I will never do again is manifesting a six-figure income. Now you're probably wondering, like, why would you not want to go ahead and do that? Well, it goes down to the way that I was manifesting it. Okay, I was manifesting it without fulfillment. Okay, we got Tony Robbins on the wall back there. I don't know if you can see. He has this quote, and it goes, "Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure." So basically, I was manifesting this, six-figure income, and I got to it. I manifested the lifestyle and all this stuff, but I was very unfulfilled on the inside. I felt very, very lonely. I felt anxiety. I was depressed. I didn't have my health. And I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like the work that I was doing. I didn't totally enjoy it 100%. So I kept on forcing myself and using my willpower and taking massive action and, doing all this stuff in order to make the money. The money was the objective, and it didn't matter how I felt. It didn't matter how I was feeling. I was just pushing through, making it happen. And so I got to the money, and I was around the wrong people, around the wrong environments, and it just wasn't aligned with who I truly was. And so, I ended up getting into huge depression. And at that time I was in a relationship, and then we had broken up. And then after that, I hired a coach. I literally spent my last £1,000 in the UK on hiring a coach. Well, I had £1,000 in my bank account. So basically, it's kind of funny. I lost all my money during that period. So I manifested lots of money, but I lost it all. And then I had £1,000 left in my account. And the coach that I wanted to hire cost 700 US dollars, which is around, I don't know, maybe £600 at the time or whatever. And so I hired him. And so I only had like a little bit of money left in my bank account. And he guided me towards, following my path, following my purpose, following my passions, following things that are more meaningful to me. Hence why we have this channel, Gavin Speaks, and my previous channel, Wake Up Fulfilled. And why I'm following things that are more meaningful to me whilst generating passive income and multiple income streams. Now I'm approaching success not only externally, but also internally as well. So the full thing I regret manifesting that I will never do again is trying to change someone. Okay, trying to change someone. In this specific example, is trying to change a toxic person. I had a relationship for over 6 years. It was a very, very toxic relationship. I hold my hands up and say I was toxic in that relationship as well. But being with a narcissist, it can bring that side out of you. And so I was in a narcissistic relationship, emotionally, mentally abusive relationship for 6 years. And it was a very, very toxic environment to be in. And I had it in my head that she's going to change, because she was nice in the beginning. It was a good relationship in the beginning. And that's what narcissists do. They love bomb in the beginning of the relationship. And then you hold on to this, love bombing period, and like it's going to go back to that. And it never did. It's interesting because I actually left the relationship. I actually left the relationship early on, like in the beginning. However, a friend had told me that, nowadays, with, social media and like, Tinder and all these apps, people just want to get together and then break up all the time. You need to work on your relationship. You need to, do all this stuff. The way that narcissists work is they present themselves as someone that is not toxic, right? And they're a good person and all this stuff, right? And so my friend saw that she was a good person when in actuality, she wasn't necessarily that. Very, very toxic. And so there was a conflict, and he convinced me, and I went back into the relationship and stayed in it for 6 years. And yeah, it wasn't a good time. So I would say never try to manifest trying to change someone or trying to, heal a relationship. I think you got to be really practical about things like that, and go to counseling, go to whatever therapy, whatever you need to do, heal what needs to be healed. Don't be wishful thinking about things like that. It's just, you should be communicating. Like, you shouldn't be manifesting people to act a certain way, be a certain way, yada, yada, yada. You need to communicate with them and, let them know what it is. And if they don't compromise or whatever it is, and you're not happy about that, then you should leave the relationship. That's it. Too many people hold on to love and the idea of love when things are not working, and it's not good. So the fifth thing that I regret manifesting and will never do again is manifesting an abundance of opportunities. Sounds a little bit crazy, but yeah, manifesting an abundance of opportunities. So there was a point in my time when I was doing what I was doing before with marketing. I was making six figures. I would manifest so many opportunities, but it would all end up being people who would rip me off, or they just wasn't good people, or whatever it is, right? So I had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And there were a few good ones in there. I'm not gonna lie. But most of them that I took advantage of, I didn't have it in me to sort of recognize at the time what was not good for me, what was good for me in business. So if you're a social media influencer, a healer, someone that wants to get into business, you got to be very wary of people. And this is why I said in my previous video that, be careful of the gurus, be careful of trusting people too easily, especially within the spiritual community, because, even within the spiritual community, there are some people, and if you've been following me for some time now, you'll know that I had a channel and it was, got a lot of subscribers, and then I had someone literally completely copying my thumbnails, gaslighting sort of energy. And yeah, so anyway, back to the point. Opportunities can come, and it can come in abundance, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to be good. If you're going to manifest opportunities, make sure it's opportunities that are aligned with source, opportunities that are aligned with your highest good, opportunities that are aligned with the highest good of others as well. Opportunities where the people that you're working with, you're compatible with these people. For example, my business partner, Jaden, we're very compatible. And in our maybe 3 years, I think it's coming up to 3 years working together, maybe even 4 years working together, we've had one argument or one disagreement. So, that's a very quite healthy business relationship to have, and it's very hard to find that. So overall, my intention for this video is to let you know that when it comes to manifesting, you want to be very intentional about what you're manifesting, and it should be for the highest good of yourself, the highest good of others, the highest good of everyone involved. It should be coming through you. It should be purposeful. It should be meaningful. It should come from the heart space, not from the head space. Like the things that you are manifesting, it should be a hell yes, not a yes, not a kind of want it, kind of maybe, this would be good, whatever it is. It should be a hell yes, or a yes, right? It should be a strong yes. This is totally aligned with me. This is making me feel fulfilled. It's going to make me happy. It's making me happy, or whatever it is, right? So with all of these, you can see that it was all coming from my ego. It wasn't coming from my true self. It wasn't coming through my higher self. It was just things that I thought that I needed, I wanted. It came from a wounded version of myself. It came from me thinking that, this would be good if I could manifest Maldives. This would be healing or make me feel good if I could manifest my ex-pack. This would be good if I could have a lot of money. My mind is assuming these things, but it's not necessarily aligned with my truth, my spirit, my soul, my purpose. And so that's the difference when it comes to manifesting. So alignment is key. And one of the keys to alignment is energy and vibration. And so you want to know exactly where your vibrational set point is, where you resonate at vibrationally, so that you can grow your vibration, because there's actual process to tangibly grow your vibration. It has nothing to do with your emotions. Your emotions are temporary. You have temporary emotions, right? And so, yes, emotions have a lot to do with the law of attraction, manifesting, but there's another layer, okay? Your actual default vibrational set point. And when you can change that and raise that, your life will completely transform in very, very powerful ways. So right now we're offering energy readings, free energy readings. If you qualify, I'm going to be sharing with you what your vibrational frequency is. And also you're going to be able to get a free call which dives deeper into the reading, which is a manifestation diagnosis session, which will dive into your life. It will capture where you are right now, capture where you want to be, and it will literally show you the fastest and easiest way to get where you want to be in terms of manifesting and creating the life that you want. So if you want to get that, the link will be in the description. And that's about it. So there's 5 deadly mistakes I made on my spiritual journey that you want to be very wary of. The video is over here, so click on that video now. You want to avoid these at all costs, and remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.